Third time's a charm, hopefully. Let's start the match and get it going. Can you hear me now? Oh yeah, I think we got it, guys. I think we got it. Can you hear me now? Oh, I can hear me in the replay. Hello, guys. I think we got it. Can you hear me, Blade Charge? Josh can hear me. Yeah, I have it down here, and it is playing. Awesome. Got a brand new headset, got to mess with it. Glad that I have a lot of experience with electronics. Otherwise, I probably would have lost my mind on that. And Shifty, welcome back. John, the Revelator. Testing out a new microphone, a new headset. Obviously, it's coming through on my feed here, so that's a relief, man. I really wanted to give you guys a little better audio. The cheap PlayStation headset that I bought when I got the system, that's before I realized I was going to be... but I want to get some gameplay behind me because it's going to get louder. I always talk pretty loud as it is. Feck, what's happening? Shifty, everyone. We're going to call this match. We'll have one match here. This is the old Edge of Extinction arena. It's Ace Warrior coming to the ring here. Coming to the ring first. He is Ace Warrior. Now you guys tell me how the sound is compared to what you're seeing, how the sound is compared to in previous shows, and I need all your feedback that you can give me right now. This isn't a show, this is me and the people that I trust in my chat room helping me get the volume right. You know, you are just as part of the show as I am. I've said it a million times. So how's it sound as they're coming to the ring and I'm broadcasting? Let me know, guys. You are my support staff today as we try to perfect this. So come on, give me some more feedback. Tell me you can hear me all right against the music. And that big Ace Warrior getting into the ring. Ready for a fight. Josh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's what I need to hear. I know my voice sounds good, She-Hulk. I'm worried about the volume. Just how it compares to the normal broadcast. This is a much better microphone, much better headset that I'm using. I figured why not give back to you guys. The quality of the show needs to improve, and thank you, John the Revelator. And the old cheap PlayStation headset that I was using, as I'm talking, it's like, doing good, Mondo. Welcome to the stream. Just a little test stream here. Maggie May, thank you. That's exactly the type of... The game isn't overpowering. Now, I also talk really loud, and I rewatch a lot of my shows. So as I rewatch my shows... I noticed that sometimes the mic was getting a lot of my breathing and my feedback, and I want it to be a little clearer for you guys. Thank you, Mondo. And, you know, instead of doing some research on my own and getting one person involved, I figure why not put it out there for the community that helps me on a regular basis anyway. So you're looking at Fire Chief Bill into the ring now. So this is a point in time, guys, when... if you hear too much breathing, excess, I'm going to find a good place to keep this mic. It is adjustable, so I can adjust it so you guys hear me well. Hopefully this will actually help whenever we do our podcast with Pete. And we do little reviews of some of the shows that are around there. Thank you, Shifty. It is amazing to hear from you guys. We got a big show tonight for you guys. LTD offering will be tonight at 9 o'clock. After Renegade Wrestling Organization, Pete Wall on Pillar to Post. You can hear a lot more breathing now. Yeah, that's... See, I'm going to end up finding a happy place for the mic because I do breathe heavily. Now, I have the mic positioned a little bit away from my face, not directly. So, this is a different position, and if this one works better, I'll stay with this one. Maybe I won't spit and breathe heavy into the mic as much. But honestly, this is the best way to test these things because, you know, sitting here recording things and replaying them isn't going to give me the true test of how I'm coming across on a live stream. So is it a little better? Much better? Thank you, Maggie May. I need your feedback because if you're the one that heard it on your end, other people may not have heard it as much. So I want to get a happy place for it. You're seeing Fire Chief Bill take on Ace Warrior right now in the ring. Fire Chief Bill slamming Ace Warrior down to the mat. Fire Chief Bill, one of the new members of Leaning Towards Death Wrestling lately, goes for the cover in a 1, 2, and almost a 3 as referee Bow Tie calling the shots here tonight. But yes, thank you, Quicksilver. The old mic I got when I went and got a PS4, after watching Pete Wall, Tyler Black, Elfie, all the other ones that were doing shows, it was kind of weird because we were on a Skype call with a lot of them, Mark and some of them, and I jumped in my car and drove to the nearest Best Buy, got myself a new PlayStation because I had a 3, grabbed the cheapest headset because I didn't know if I was going to podcast, I didn't know if I was going to do live streams, and Ace Warrior takes Fire Chief Bill out to the outside. But as everything's getting better and we're getting more viewers, I preview my shows before they go on to make sure I don't have any entrance mistakes or anything. Shit still happens. I rewatch all of my shows to see how it came off and to look into the chat a little more because I'm still getting better at trying to handle the chat. Yeah, Fire Chief Bill looks pretty good. He helped me design him a little bit. He was one of the people on WU that have been watching the show and wanted to be a part of it, so really cool guy too, gracious to be a part of LTD, and I respect that a lot too. He made his debut last week. He's he's not going to be in action tonight because he's in the tag team tournament. Him and Xander Webb Fireproof have a match on Wednesday as the second tournament for the tag team madness will continue. So happy I finally figured out there's a power converter box that plugs into the microphone port to power the mic on this headset, and that's what I was screwing up before. Yeah, Mondo, you're going to want to tune in tonight, Mondo. There's 4 people listening. I'll give you a quick little preview. We have 6 singles matches tonight, 5 singles matches. 3 of them are tag team partners facing each other. And then we have the debut match where 2 new people will be coming in tonight. And then, Mondo, you're going to defend that Blitzkrieg Championship tonight. It doesn't get defended that often, and since you just won it, the way I'm going to run that title is the new winner will have to defend it immediately, but then you won't have to defend it for a month. So this is your title defense. If you lose it, the other guy will have it for this month. There's 9 people in it, Mondo, so it's all the Blitzkrieg matches or Rumble matches. So that title is pretty much it's like a Rumble title. I set the entrances to 30 seconds instead of a minute and a half because I really don't want to wait that damn long. So you'll be going against 9 people tonight, Mondo. So obviously the former champion Jake Bagwell will be in there. I'll just run it down for you guys now. Judgment. So you got Mondo, Jake Bagwell, Judgment, Pete Wall, Cowboy John, Mark Caliber, John the Revelator, Adam Guerin, Silver Bullet, and Demented. So all 9 of those guys will be in there. Josh, I might go to 60 seconds at some point in time. The idea behind it was the name Blitzkrieg is a really quick, fast attack. I wanted the match to kind of be a little different than a Rumble. So I want it to be faster paced. So the Blitzkrieg aspect is why I have it at 30 seconds. 1, 2, and a 3 to winner of the match. Fire Chief Bill. Way to go, Bill. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted it to be a little different. So if I decide to hold a regular Rumble at some point, I'll put it back up to the higher. Or if I want to run a really long 30-man Rumble, I could do that in the future, but never had a championship based on... and the game volume is really high for me now. Well, the game volume I usually had on the TV which was kind of cool because if I stood close enough to the TV, you guys could hear the entrance music a little bit. It might be a little more difficult now with the headset. My volume's going to come through a little better, but let's do a rematch so we can... I didn't want to do a rematch. I wanted to get out of there, but... Hey, Cameron Crash, what's up in the house? Cam, you will be in action tonight on LTD Offering at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't want to go back and set up a different match or anything right now because there's some new members that are coming into the company soon, and I don't want to reveal that until tonight. Should be fun tonight. 6 singles matches, the Blitzkrieg title match, and then the debut match, so it should be fun. But really, really happy, glad you guys stopped by. And the problem with the headset, if you wanted to know, I'm one of those guys that just open the container and try to figure it out himself. Now, I got a lot of computer background, so I could basically rip a computer or laptop apart and rebuild it. So I have an idea about this stuff, but there was no instructions in this headset. I mean, it was an expensive headset, but there's actually a mini box that has to be plugged into just the microphone end that has 2 batteries in it and then plugged back into this converter to make it work. So that's why when you first heard me, you heard the mic, but you didn't have enough of volume. There's a little power box that gives me the volume I need, and seems like finally this is a... Oh, I don't have a next match. This is just one match, Josh. The show's going to be tonight. I just wanted to get the volume and to make sure I didn't waste my money on this headset. But I'll probably be using it for our podcast as well as the live stream tonight. I mean, we got 8 people in here now. You guys make me want to do an early show. I've done a lot of planning for this offering show later on, and next week, Mass Hysteria will continue the Tag Team Madness tournament. We saw Bloodyard, Yeti, and Mondo win those titles on the last show, but this next Wednesday is the second tournament to see who else will be in the Final 4 of those tag teams. We got Virtual Insanity going up against Shock Therapy. It's Demented and Ripper Springheel against Blade Charge and Leo Lightning. Thank you, Maggie May. That's all I need to hear. Trust me, you made it all worthwhile just hearing that. I want the broadcast to be a little better quality for you guys. Plus the fact that I'm a knucklehead, I needed a more expensive headset to handle my inflection of volume, how it goes really high and low sometimes, and my heavy breathing sometimes with my anxiety. It happens. But if the electronics and the equipment can help it sound a little better on your end, I really appreciate it. And this stuff, once again, I've said it before, anything you would buy off of my TeePublic store, that money's going towards this stuff. So any t-shirts that have been purchased, we've sold a few. I'm going to add some non-wrestling shirts and stuff in there too and really get creative. But I don't make much off of those. Those t-shirts, when they're on sale, I only get a couple bucks, but I'm giving half of that to charity. There's a couple charities my parents volunteer around here where I know the money will go directly to the people in need of this area. Unfortunately, there's a lot of charities you can give to online and stuff where the money doesn't get to go where it's supposed to. So 50% of any proceeds from my TeePublic store and anything else that I would, benefit financially on, because that's not what this is about, I'm giving half to charity. Already donated some money. Nice, Josh. But you have Xbox though, right? I think you told me that before. Which it would be cool if you could use any PlayStation or Xbox to do it. I haven't got into the party chats. I've seen some other streams that do that and have other people in the background that are in the party as well. When I first came on here, Pete was actually in a party chat with me. I didn't realize I requested him, but we're working on better ways. This is a step in a direction so I could do some podcasts as well. Mr. 22. Yeah, you got the Xbox. Not a bad idea, Josh. Fire Chief Bill with another win over Ace. Pretty crazy. I'll do another match for you guys. I'll do a match, but I'm only going to stick with the people in the front of the roster because I don't want to go too deep in the roster. If anyone else is doing a live stream right now, go watch them. I'm just testing my shit out, so I don't want to distract from any. I tried to make sure, and I looked online to make sure that any of the people that I subscribe to and watch weren't going live. I mean, if they were, I apologize. Go watch them. Don't watch me. I just want to do one more thing. You guys are going to get to see there's some new arenas. I have 2 arenas for Mass Hysteria, 2 for Offering. You'll see the new Offering arena tonight. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to show the pay-per-view Tag Team Madness one yet either. Let's just go to the old Mass Hysteria one, because if I do... Cool, Cam. That sounds awesome, Cam Crash. Now, a lot of people out there are sending me requests on PlayStation, friends requests, party chats, and stuff like that. I don't play PlayStation. I know it's going to sound weird. I don't play the game that much. I do it for the connection with you guys. Or is it the old mic? No, Cowboy, this is the new one, and it should be sounding a lot better. Tell me how you hear it, because there's an adapter that I had to plug the mic portion into that has 2 batteries that actually powers the mic. So that ended up making sense once I found that adapter and got it going. You made me lose my train of thought, Cowboy. Damn you, Cowboy! Let's go with... Let's get Blade Charger match. I think... Is he still streaming? I know he was streaming earlier. I hope he's not still streaming. Oh, it looks like... Okay. I don't want to stream while he was... PS4 game that you can play for us. How about you? Actually, there's... I like sports games. I mean, I played Madden, NBA Live, NBA Jams, a lot of those things. GTA, I've loved GTA. I'm not a player, though. I'm not very good at GTA. I have a younger brother, a couple years younger than me. He was the computer game whiz. The son of a bitch beats every game. Like back when Metroid, he could beat Metroid really fast. It's pretty incredible. Like, he's defeated almost every video game back in the old days that he could, and I was the one that just played it for a little while. The funniest story is there was once he was playing Major League Baseball, or one of the Major League Baseball games where bases loaded, maybe, where you play a whole season, all 100 and whatever amount of games, and let's see if I can find somebody that's in the chat before I reach the new people. Revelator was in here. Let's see him fight Blade. Preference to professional. There is a reference to a professional wrestling legend. Cool. Mondo, I want to give you the challenge, Mondo, but the 2 new people that are coming in tonight, their names are towards the end of the alphabet. So I didn't want to go too deep in the alphabet and reveal the two new signees that are coming in tonight on LTD Wrestling. Two new signees. We lost a couple when Shmoo got relegated over to a manager again. So Shmoo won't be fighting on LTD for a while. You can still catch him on RWO, Malicious Intent whenever Chris brings his stream back. And who knows, I might offer Shmoo up to some other companies to use him too. I would much rather have you guys on the show than my creations. When I started the company, I had the Steel City Committee. I had 4 or 5 members. A couple outside of the faction that were my creations too. The bottom line is, once you get going, I want you guys to have the characters. So now that really blessed to have so many people come to me and say, hey, can I be in your company? That there's been a steady list of at least a dozen people since November. And more people coming in. I really appreciate it. Cool, Jake. Tell your dad I said what's up. Hope he's doing all right. Same thing to everybody out there, man. I hope you guys are doing good. We all deal with some BS here and there. Rough mornings for me every day. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring first. You've seen him in all the chats. He's done his live streams. Now he's going to enter the wrestling ring. One half is Shock Therapy. The man who saved Leo Lightning from the Madness Asylum. He is Blade Charge. Blade, one of our fans since for a long time, is pretty much in every stream. I really dig his streams as well. Funny dude, creative stuff he got going on over there. So many. I mean, Yeti has his show, Hooligan Show, I mean, GWA. So many good shows out there, man. It's awesome. Awesome to see so many people doing this, which I still try to learn something new or do something better every day, man, because competition's going to start to get a little stiff around here. We've already seen some shows bumping heads, and that's going to happen, man. But it's all good. There's so many different types of streams. You can pick out now what type of wrestling that you like instead of just watching the only people streaming WWE2K18. Now you have the ability to watch all kinds of different shows. You got women's only wrestling. You got extreme types of wrestling. You got hardcore. I'm focusing on the tag teams this month, since we're now technically in February. That's right, 22. He is funny. And that means a lot. I mean, you sit there. A lot of people press the button and just let the shows go, which is cool, too. If they want to broadcast and bring people entertainment, that's cool, too. I wonder if that's... Well, that's only in my head. Trying to see if I can get the volume on the TV back on. It's coming through my headset now, which is okay. If I unplug the headset part. No, still not broadcasting. That's okay. The plan is, because how they tone down the music on the entrances and stuff, I normally get close to the TV so you guys can hear the entrance. Blade Charge locking up with John the Revelator. We haven't seen Blade Charge in a lot of action since he joined. His first match was with Leo Lightning in the tag team, and they will continue as a tag team. But Blade Charge now trying to make his mark as a singles wrestler as well here in LTD. John the Revelator, I always say, one of the first men to sign up for Leaning Towards Death Wrestling on the YouTube era. I'll always be indebted to John the Revelator for that. I mean, I've watched all the other shows for almost 6 months or so now. And John the Revelator was one of the first people to contact me and wanted to be a part of Leaning Towards Death Wrestling. So, forever in debt to you, John the Revelator. If it wasn't for people like you and other people that decided they wanted to be a part of it, I wouldn't be doing it right now. As much as I love doing the commentary and creating characters and arenas and logos, I love it working with one of you guys to create a character or such and such. But I like to try to get you guys thinking that you're watching an actual TV show. I still want to interact with the chat. There's some places that just post their show and they don't interact with the chat at all, which is cool because some people don't want to interact. They just want to watch the show. Only a one count by Johnny Cash Ref here. But I want to try to come up with some unique ways to separate my show from other shows too each month, and so forth and so on. So, well, Jake Bagwell, I got to admit, in real life, I was in sales for about 20 years, but the sad part is the way the economy, the way society is, the way people purchase has changed so much in the past 15 years. It's one of the reasons I had to go into early retirement and get out of retail. People have changed. The way they buy, the way they purchase things have changed. A lot of online stuff, a lot of more intelligent buyers. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count by Blade George. I was lucky enough to work in the electronic industry when the cell phone boom was going. 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8. Didn't really have to sell much. People all wanted it. It was funny because through a couple years there was a lot of people that would come in, and we were told, I was a manager at this point, but we were told for our sales reps to try to sell smartphones to everyone. And here's us, you know, some 20-something, 30-something kids trying to talk our elders into cell phones that have internet on them, and none of them wanted anything to do with it. It was so funny. So I never sold cars. My brother sells cars. And I don't really get into my personal stuff too much on here. I'm Blaise McCoy when I come on here. But I sold computers. I sold cell phones. I sold sporting goods. Was a manager at all 3 locations before. I mean, I loved the interaction with people when people came into the stores and were friendly. 2010, 2009, 2008, people weren't so friendly anymore. Because all those people that said, I don't want internet on my phone, I don't want all that extra stuff on my phone, I got a computer at home, or I never used the internet. You know, before social media took over, almost another 3 count. So, people didn't want the smartphones, and we were telling them it could make their life easier. We could tell them you could use it for this or for that, but they didn't want to spend the extra money, which I understood. But when it came down to the competition getting really fierce, we became car salesmen, cutthroat, don't tell them all the truth type stuff, and I couldn't teach my employees to do that, let alone do it myself. Be right back, guys.
All right, I'm still here. There's one thing, I mean, my regular shows, I'm not going to leave. I've tried my hardest not to leave during regular shows, but since this is just a test show, and that was my dad who called, so. And Jake, you got me thinking about my dad, too. And I figured it was more important to talk to him for a minute, so hope you guys understand. But I'll probably delete this stream after it's over. I just wanted to make sure I could get the audio up good. Tonight, 9 p.m., we have LTD offering tonight. A bunch of singles matches, that big Blitzkrieg Championship match, and 2 huge debuts tonight on LTD offering. So leaning towards Death Wrestling will be coming back later on this evening for a show. And that's it. And a 3 count, and a winner of the match is Blade Charge. Good matchup between him and John the Revelator. You see, Mondo, that's kind of where it's at. I know a lot of people that don't have their mother or their father to be thankful for, and It sucks, man, but I'm trying to enjoy my parents while I can while they're here. I don't have any grandparents left. And as we get older, more people will be gone, so. And Jake, you will have a chance to get back that Blitzkrieg title belt tonight. So the way we'll normally do that title, or it could change, is towards the end of the month I'll have defend that title. And then, depending on who wins it, oh, he's groping on the ref there for a second. Blade Charge put his arm around Johnny Cash ref. That was kind of neat. Oh, he's cheering for Bow Tie. I think he likes the referee Bow Tie. He's right in the face of Johnny Cash ref, who can't get out of the ring. I didn't even know that was his victory celebration, but I might keep it. I mean, we don't have Bo Dallas here, but we do have Bow Tie, so I guess Blade Charge is a fan of Bow Tie and not as much a fan of. Well, yeah, Mondo. That's how it is, man. Dwelling on, and I'm bad at this. I dwell on it and think about losing my parents too much and losing people that are close to me, but easier said than done. The best thing to do is just to enjoy the time that you have with them now. You're damn right. It's easier said than done, especially if one of your friends loses somebody or something. I don't want to talk about death too much because I don't want to be a downer. I like to bring positive vibes to my show and build you guys up, make you forget about the real world. That's that temporary disconnect that I like to give to all you guys. That's what I like to call LTD sometimes. It's your temporary disconnect from the real world. Come in, forget about the bullshit you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Enjoy some wrestling, enjoy camaraderie with people in the chat and everything. That's what it's all about. So, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm glad I got this figured out and didn't have to go back to that crappy PlayStation headset tonight. I want to give you guys the best quality I can. But yeah, if we're going to hit it, my heart goes out to anyone out there that's lost. Any of you guys has lost a mother or a father, a son, a brother, a sister, anybody, it's hard. But I'm a strong believer. I don't get into religion or politics too much, but I'm a strong believer that those people do stay with you, man. Those people will stay with you when they pass away. God bless you all. See you tonight.